Everyone has been going crazy about a game that came out recently. It starts with an A and ends in bot, and it's got all sorts of gaming references. Sadly, Akimbot was not my cup of tea. There's some weird design decisions and poor performance throughout the whole game. But I do think if you're a fan of the games and you're looking for more Ratchet and Clank, then this game is worth checking out, and it ended up having a fast and easy platinum. I'd like to thank Deep Silver for the game key so I could check it out and show it off. This video is going to start with my initial thoughts and impressions of the game taken from my live stream, and then we'll get into a normal platinum video and get everything over. And you can watch the full first hour of the game linked below.
Just follow my plan and we're home free. Did you get all that? Hello? Anybody home? Were you even listening to my brilliant escape plan at all? Fine. Let's start from the beginning. Call me Shipset. What's your ID, huh? Okay then.
Anytime it cuts back to the other screen, it does like this big massive flash.
When I bust out of here all by myself.
Don't know if I'm just imagining that, but
I just so happen to get us both out. You'll just have to say
yeah, I mean, what is that?
me your life.
That's awful.
Pretty bot. Yoo-hoo, Mr. Driver.
Jesus Christ, how loud is it?
Oh, but it's a duck.
It's so loud, and it's not even like the game volume. I've got the game volume at like half. That's just what the game is. And then anytime it cuts to a new scene, that like flashbangs. I mean, we're off to a great start, I'll be honest. Hopefully the game is a bit better. Okay, we got a first. We're skipping the cutscene.
So where are we going anyway?
Straight forwards. What other way can we even go?
Jeez, I hate you already.
It is very odd to have like an annoying character who's annoying for the player as well. And we've got a double jump. We've got oh. Anytime you get a new checkpoint, the game saves and it hitches for a second. Remember this guy? Oh wait, did they actually kill him?
That's not right.
Was that to the for killing everyone in like the first time? So weird to start a game like this with such like a not boring, but do you know what I mean? It's like what are we doing? Jesus Christ, is that going to happen every single time we go into a new area? This is the power of the PS5. This obviously isn't game breaking, but over time it gets very annoying. We get our first collectible here, and there's 33 in total. Is he meant? Oh Jesus, is he meant to be annoying? Surely not. Like Clank isn't annoying, is he? This is kind of that HR meme. Because like when Astrobot is dancing, we love that. But what was going on? What? I do want to like give the game a chance. Obviously, I did see it got I think it's at 69 on Open Critic, which obviously isn't great. But it's like instantly I can start to see why.
You seem so...
One of the worst parts of the game, in my opinion, are these long vehicle sections. They just take up so much of the playtime. And watching this back, it reminds me of the people who say that first-party PlayStation games are like interactive movies. Except for the most part, those games are incredibly cinematic and have good stories. Whereas in this part of the game, you just need to kind of sit about and listen to the annoying voices.
Oh no! I suddenly forgot where that spaceship is!
Am I missing something? Surely we should have a gun by now. As a self-described Ratchet and Clank, like, I don't know what word to use because obviously the rip-off is like the, that's like the first word I think of. It's obviously not a positive thing. Before Ratchet and Clank-like, the whole point of the game is like the different weapons and leveling them up and how they change and stuff like that. Because there's like no... I'm basically not playing a game here, you know, just mashing square. Okay, so they do have other stuff going on.
There! That's our way out! Phew. Thanks for the assist, Exy.
It's quite funny how often the game just completely seizes. I feel like in any game it's quite fun just to pick things up. Like, even though I'm clearly not having a great time with it now, anytime I get one of these boxes, you know, it's just satisfying to collect the blue stuff. We collect our first basic gun, the assault rifle. So there's no ammo, it's just overheats and then... That's that, okay. We collect all 3 collectibles in this level. Don't even need a collectible guide. And we find our first shop. I did see there's no shotgun, which feels weird because that's like so Ratchet and Clank. So 2 guns, impactful bullets, throws very acidic acid, fires a continuous big laser, shoots devastating nano. So I guess that is like the shotgun-ish thing, but I think we're just gonna go Akimbos. Keep it simple. We could actually buy. You see, that's like, now if the ammo doesn't run out, it just overheats. Why would you buy separate guns? I'm going to, just to find out. Shooting consumes energy as ammunition. Gain energy by exploding enemies. So up to... Oh wait, you can only have one gun equipped at the one time. Oh, right, okay. So that was a waste. Yeah, so at all times you have your... Did I go back to that? Yeah, so we have like, this is the base weapon, and then you click the angle, and then you get your one you bought that uses ammo. Why can't I have more? So weird how you can't have more than one. So the whole game we're gonna have like explosive pistol and like loading machine gun, and that's it. Out of ammo, okay. This game also has some very powerful aim assist. This isn't a complaint, I just thought it was funny. Yeah, like I'm only pushing R2. Yeah, I'm not complaining, but just feels weird. Right, let's see what's up. We start our first boss fight and ran out of ammo for our cool gun immediately. And for the rest of the game, we basically only use our basic weapons. You see that you can punch back? Oh, okay. That's kind of cool. The last bit of your gun. Oh. Did we kill him? I feel like it wasn't at like low health. It's just stuff like that always baffles me. Like, I get that it's a smaller team, but surely, like, when they're making it, they can think like, is it a good experience for the player to, like, after every chapter you have to click X to start? It's like, I just don't understand why you would have that. The only thing I think of is if it was going to like load secretly there, but then just put in a loading screen. Like, don't make it say press X to continue, because it was like press X to start, wasn't it? Do we die? See, that's what I mean. It's like when you die, you're like, why does it look like this? Why couldn't they have like an actual, just anything that makes it feel more? I mean, yeah, it's like professional. Jesus. We get another long vehicle section here, and if we shoot every ship, which is basically impossible to fail, we get a trophy. The game's starting to make sense. We also unlocked the sniper rifle. So it seems like the weapons that you would think of, like the Ratchet and Clank weapons, are actually the basic attacks. And then there's like this, basically like what the ultimate doesn't matter, it seems like. The sniper actually might be one of the best weapons because of the aim assist. It's like one hit kill. You know, as long as you're like vaguely aiming in the right direction, you just hit them.
Nice job. We make a great team.
Oh my god, it makes me laugh every single time. The thing with it, anytime like anything happens.
Welcome aboard my flagship, bots. Thank you for joining me.
And we still don't know why.
Yes, You have my sincere apologies. There was no time to discuss this on Databay. We're en route to the planet.
Not a
You will
drone!
just be serving the algorithm.
Oops.
Woohoo! Free spaceship! Talk about a sweet deal!
And we went from a long cutscene to a long vehicle section.
Withdraw my
Like,
forces.
what is the game
If he
right now?
ever detects my
We could hold
presence,
on, we could hold
you know
X.
we're trying to stop him.
We're now going
Don't
backwards.
let me
No,
down, bots.
but it's like we could hold X to go faster.
Hey! He
Then why would
just
we-
walked us here. Is
like-
he crazy?
Whatever.
We're not, there's something to
He's that
dodge, nothing.
brick-faced boss man anyway.
I can still.
Screw the planet, Ambassador! I just want the artifact!
Why is there no voice volume? Imagine having to test this like every day. Just this long section. Now we get another long cutscene.
Oh, no, 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 no!
Why does it keep going back? It's
We're going down!
what a baffling game.
Stop yelling and brace for impact.
I believe you bots have found
Whoa.
the survival equipment.
Okay, what I'm actually going to do is we're going to pivot because I feel like the game's just way too much, and I think I might just play the rest, like when I'm watching a podcast or something like that. I do feel bad saying it, but it's just like, I don't know. It might get better, but at the moment it's just not. With our podcast on, we continued playing, unlocking a grappling hook to zip around, and a rocket launcher, which I ended up maining for the rest of the game. The game does have some fun ideas, like this 2D fighting sequence, but I just feel throughout so much of the game, it's just missing that polish to make these parts actually fun. These hacking bits are fun, but too simple and end up being annoying. The weapons are cool, but the fact you can only use one makes upgrading or buying different ones pointless. The story is probably fine, but it's let down by the length of the cutscenes and the annoying voices. Again, the vehicle sections are a fun idea to break up gameplay, but they're simply just too long. And the combat is just missing something. It feels way too simplistic with hardly any feedback. With the mini review out of the way, let's get every trophy and finish off the game. In this section, we need to make sure we kill every dinosaur along the way, and most of the other trophies are for beating bosses or progressing the story. Weirdly, most of the time you'll get a trophy for beating a boss, and then a few seconds later you'll get another one for starting the next chapter. Here we need to crush an enemy with the car, and after we unlock the minigun, which I don't use that much, we need to blow up all of these mines without dying, but we also get a trophy for dying in lava. We fully upgrade a weapon, get some more story trophies, and shoot all these mines without dying. We get some more story trophies and kill 15 enemies by diving into them with a tank. To say something positive, I actually love the look of this section of the game. The majority of the game is this dark, grungy, gunmetal environment, but here we get some levity, creativity, and it's just fun. The game is still very green and grey, and I wish they went further, but I like it here. We play a little red light green light with a cat, and if we make it all the way to the end without getting caught once, we get a trophy. And now there's a genuinely creative section where they've made their own song.
Come into my rainbow world, it's magical, you'll see.
It's weird how much I like this section of the game with so many good parts back to back, but the rest of the game just didn't work for me at all. After some more story trophies, we need to cut the wrong wire, which is obviously super easy.
Talk about a
Fly through all the rings in this flying section, and shoot a camera before the camera sees us. We have to complete this car section without touching any mud, and throughout the game we've been smashing these crates which contain currency. They're everywhere, and we need to find 75% of them to unlock a trophy, but we also unlock a very weird bug, because from now on, anytime we smash a crate, the game will hitch for a second. Again, it's not game breaking or anything, but it just takes me out the moment so much, and eventually I just stop smashing them altogether. We have to climb this lift and complete these hacking sections to restart it. If we don't fail any, we get a trophy. And now we're nearing the end of the game, with a race, then a Flappy Bird bit, some lasers, another 2D section, then we finally take down the big bad, and get a trophy for defeating him, and another for finishing the game. Now that the game is finished, it's cleanup time. I made a note of the collectibles that I needed, and I went to work. This game's got a great checkpoint system, where they've split each level up into 2 or 3 minute chunks, so you can jump into a level, get your collectible, and get back out in minutes. The only issue with this system is that when you choose a checkpoint, it will delete your progress within that level. So it does kind of make the entire system pointless, since we now have to play all the way through level 4 again to get other collectibles. Now we had to do this 2D section without taking damage. It only took a few minutes, but it is quite annoying, because you've got so little range and the enemy has a lot, and it's very easy to just get hit once. Now that I knew how the checkpoints work, it made more sense to play the levels backwards. We need to complete this Subway Surfers bit without getting hit, complete this laser section without getting hit, and complete this stealth section without getting seen. We found our last collectible, and this is maybe the hardest trophy in the game. Like, again, it's not that hard, but this is the hardest one. When you get through this time section without getting shot. It's not too bad, but again, it's easy to not pay attention and get hit. And if you get hit, you need to restart the checkpoint. So obviously, I don't like the game, but I don't actually think it's inherently bad, it just isn't good. And with so many other games to play, I can't fully recommend this one. However, like I said, if you like the look of it, you'll probably love it. I was looking at YouTube comments for the game and seeing a lot of people say they've been looking for something like this for ages. So if you're interested in it, definitely check it out. And I'm eager to see what the developers end up doing next, because there is something cool here underneath the surface. But whether I think it's good or bad, it is definitely a fast and easy platinum, and to get the final trophy, all we have to do is do a little dance.